Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming a how to stay organized for school / back to school organization video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to organize all your supplies, how to organize your binders and your planner, and basically just how to be organized for school. I'm a very organized person when it comes to keeping all of my school stuff together, and I find videos like these really enjoyable, so I figured why not make one myself. I'm going to be showing you guys how I organize all my stuff and how I'm going to be organizing it this upcoming school year, and maybe you guys will take a few tips from me. Before I get started, I just wanted to let you guys know that you should definitely follow me on all my social medias if you want to stay updated on the things that I do outside of YouTube. But yeah, that's pretty much it, so let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to be showing you guys is how I organize my binder. This is definitely one of the most crucial things about staying organized for school. For me, my binder is like my home base. This is where I keep all my papers, all my handouts, all my homework. During the school year, I only like to have one binder because I find that having multiple binders just takes up way too much room and it's very unnecessary. Inside my binder, I have divider tabs, and I give each and every class that I have its own divider tab. I'll take all of the handouts, homework, and all of the papers from that class and put it in its designated tab. So for example, I'll have the math tab and I'll put all of my notes from that class, I'll put all of my homework from that class, I'll put all my tests from that class either inside the folder or hole punched behind the tab. I prefer to have all of my papers and handouts hole punched and put in the binder ring behind its designated tab. So if a handout is given to me and it's not already 3-hole punched, then I'll 3-hole punch it myself and then put it in my binder. Since you only have one binder, stuff can pile up really quickly and you can start running out of room in your one binder. So what I do is at the end of every quarter, there are 4 of them in a school year, I'll empty out my binder, take all the papers and handouts from that quarter, and I put them inside of a little organizer box that I have. I don't really know what to call it. And I have a file for every single subject, and I'll just empty my papers from that class into each file. I make sure to not throw away anything until the end of the school year because you might need it for like studying for your finals or like end of the year exams. The next thing that I'm going to be talking to you guys is how I organize my planner. When it comes to keeping up with assignments and homework, a planner is your best friend. I use a planner to write everything school related. Inside of my planner, there are 2 different types of spreads. There's a monthly spread and a weekly spread. The one that I use the most is my weekly spread. This is where I write all of my homework for the entire week. To be honest, if I didn't have my planner, I probably wouldn't remember to do most of my homework. As far as organizing my planner, I like to have a certain color given to each class, and that color kind of represents that class's homework. For example, let's say that I give the color blue to math class. Every single day when the teacher tells me my homework, or if I see it written on the board, I'll take my blue pen and write down my math homework with that color. So I'll have a pink one for science, a blue one for math, a green one for English, and just so on and so forth. I find that this makes your planner look so pretty, and it just kind of gives you a kind of an overview, and you kind of get an idea of what subjects you're going to be having homework in when you open up your planner. As far as the monthly spread, I don't use this as often, but I do like to use my monthly spread to write down upcoming tests, quizzes, projects, and due dates. So let's say my math teacher lets me know that I have a quiz on September 12th. So in my monthly calendar, I'll write down on September 12th that I have a math quiz. That way I'm not surprised when the time comes. And yeah, I can always go check to see when certain projects are due, when I should study for a certain test, and yeah, planners just make your life so much easier. Definitely recommend. You should definitely get one for the upcoming school year. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is notebooks. You should definitely make sure to have separate notebooks for separate classes, but you should only get notebooks for classes that you're going to take notes in. I know that history is definitely a class that you take a lot of notes and write a lot in, at least in my case. So I'm gonna get a notebook separate for my history class. When it comes time to study for a test or the end of the year exam, I have all my notes in one spot and I don't have to go scrambling trying to find all the notes that are in a bunch of different separate places. And then I also have my English notebook where I have all of my notes and kind of rough drafts and just all those kinds of things. I'll have them all in its own English notebook. So those were perfect examples of classes that you should have a notebook in. But let's say you're taking a interior design class. I took one of those last year, and all I have to say is that I didn't really take any notes in that class. Sure, we wrote down a few notes here and there, but probably overall the entire class we took like 4 sets of notes. I don't know about you, but personally I like taking up the smallest amount of space as possible in my backpack. So I'm not gonna have a whole entire notebook with like 100 pages just for a class where I only took 4 notes. So this is when loose leaf paper comes in handy. I always make sure to have a stack of loose leaf paper in the back of my binder. That way, if I'm in a class that doesn't take many notes, like interior design, if the teacher tells us that we're gonna be taking notes, I can just take out one piece of loose leaf paper, take my notes on that, and put it behind the interior design tab in my binder. So loose leaf paper, notebooks, big necessities, don't have too many notebooks, and you'll be good. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is school supplies. When I say school supplies, I'm really talking about like your pens, your pencils, your highlighters. You definitely should have all of your school supplies in one spot. You don't want to have them scattered throughout your backpack and just kind of all over the place, because when you need them, you're going to want to be able to know exactly where to get them, and you're going to want to be able to get them fast. So I have a pocket in my backpack that I actually keep all my pens and pencils and highlighters in. It's really easy to reach for, and that way when I need one, I can just reach right in my backpack, pull it out, and I'm ready. Also, you don't want to have too many pens and pencils and highlighters in your backpack, or else it can get kind of out of control and it'll take up way too much space. I know some highlighter packs come with like 10 highlighters and have like 2 of every single color. What I like to do in that case is just take 1 of every single color, or every single color that I want or need, and I'll just put those in my backpack, and I'll take all the extras and keep them in my desk or in a bag at home. That way when I run out of that color or lose it or need a new one, I can just go into my bag at home after school and just take 1 of the extra highlighters out and put it in my backpack. I do the same with pens and pencils, because let me tell you, those big pencil packs come with about 50 pencils, and I don't know about you, but I do not need 50 pencils in my backpack. Next, I'm going to be talking about how you can organize all of your essentials. Fun fact, I actually just made a video about all of my back to school essentials. I'll have it linked down below. You should definitely go watch it, because it'll let you know all the things that are in my little emergency kit. But like I said, I really recommend having a little emergency kit that you keep in your backpack. This is where you can store all your things like deodorant, perfume, hair ties, hand sanitizer. You just need a spot where you can put all of these little things, because if you have them all throughout your backpack, then it's just a complete mess. You just need one designated spot, and that way whenever you're in need and it's an emergency, you can just reach in your little emergency kit, pull out that hair tie, pull your hair up, and you're set. So that was everything for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that this helps you out in your upcoming school year. If you want to see a video about how to stay organized after school and how to prevent yourself from procrastinating, then I did make a video about that quite a few months back. I'll have it linked down below. It just kind of gives you my tips on how to avoid procrastinating your homework. Like I said before, don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. And with all that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.